Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs are in Atlanta to take on the Braves for Game 2 of the NL Division Series. In other action yesterday, the Dodgers were victorious 8-4 in Game 1 against the Nationals in the night game. And the Dodgers and Nationals will play again in Los Angeles with Tyler Chatwood starting for the Nationals versus Caleb Ferguson for Los Angeles. For this afternoon games, however, the Cubs are sending Brandon Woodruff to the mound. Been very effective for the Cubs since a midseason trade. He has made 33 starts with an 8-8 record, 3.66 ERA, and a 1.26 WHIP. Cubs lineup today will look very similar to yesterday, with Horner leading off, followed by Grisham, Correa, Rizzo, Bryant, Harper, Posey, Woodruff, and Santana batting ninth. Kyle Wright will be on the mound for the Braves, making start. He's made 33 starts. He has a 14-9 record, 3.78 ERA, and a 1.29 WHIP. The Braves lineup will also be Inciarte, Fletcher, Albies, Acuna, Freeman, Langiers, Camargo, Almora, and Wright batting ninth. It is 71 degrees in front of a capacity crowd here in Atlanta today. Wind blowing out to left at 9 mph, and the Cubs looking to continue their recent success against the Braves. Kyle Wright is on the mound to face Nico Horner as we get underway here in Atlanta. The American League Series are also both starting today, and those games will have updates on as they're available. Here's the pitch, a pop up to right. Horner pops it up to the right fielder. That's going to be playable as the catch is made for out number one. Grisham now the batter, one out, nobody on. One ball count to Trent Grisham. Here comes the pitch. And Grisham grounds it toward first. An easy play. The first baseman takes it unassisted for the second out of the inning. Correa now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Wright facing Correa with a 1-2 count. Here comes the delivery. Checked his swing for strike 3. That's going to be it. So the top of the first inning is over. We go to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Ender Inciarte now at the plate for the Braves, leading off against the Cubs' Brandon Woodruff. 2-2 count. Woodruff looking for the sign. And here is the delivery. And there's a grounder toward first. Rizzo has it. He takes it to the bag, and that is out number one. Fletcher now batting with 1 out, nobody on. David Fletcher, a short-time Cub last season. 2-1 is the count as Woodruff makes the delivery. And there's a liner right at Rizzo. He takes that one out of the air for the second out of the inning. Rizzo with a busy first inning over there at first base. Albies now the batter, 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to Ozzie Albies. Woodruff getting him to pop up to short left field. That's going to drop into no man's land for a 2-out single. So the Braves have the first base hit of this ball game. Kind of a looping line drive just over the shortstop's head into short left center field. Acuna now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. Woodruff with the pitch. There's a throw down to first on a pickoff play, and Posey does not get him. Albies dives back safely. So now Acuna batting with a 2-strike count, runner on first. Here comes the delivery. And a grounder towards second. Horner scoops it up and throws to first, and the inning is over. So the Braves stranding a runner. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Rizzo leading off against Wright in the top of the second inning. 2-1 count. Rizzo standing in the box, and it's a pop-up down the right field line. Chasing is the right fielder. Near the line, he makes the catch for out number one. Bryant now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Bryant waiting for the first pitch. And he lines it into the gap in right center field. That's going to be 1 hop to the wall. Bryant with extra bases. He's rounding first, heading for second. He is going to slide in with a 1-out double in the top of the second inning. So Bryant getting on base as the Cubs have the potential go-ahead runner at second. Harper now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Right facing Harper. 2-strike count. Harper swings and misses for strike 3. I think he had a hole in his bat right there. He swung right through that fastball at 93. So now with 2 outs, runner in scoring position, Buster Posey coming up to the plate. Tie ball game, top of the second inning, no score. first pitch. Oh, and they're going to walk Buster Posey. They're going to put him on first and face the pitcher, Woodruff, with 2 outs and 2 men on. Wright versus Woodruff in the top of the second inning. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Woodruff standing in. He swings and misses at a high fastball, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand 2. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Woodruff facing Freeman here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 count. Woodruff with the pitch. There's a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. Throw over to first for out number 1. Woodruff doing a good job so far inducing ground balls. Langiers now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. And a grounder towards short. Charging is Correa. He throws over to first. That's out number 2. Camargo the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Woodruff working the first pitch. Here it comes. Lined into right field. Harper chasing. He's going to play it on the hop. That'll be a 2-out single as the Braves have a runner on base in the bottom of the second inning. Almora now the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. Woodruff facing Almora. Here comes the first pitch. Lined into right field. Again, that's going to be played on the hop. Harper throwing it into the infield. The runner Camargo goes first to third. And now the Braves have the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. The pitcher Wright coming up to the plate here in the bottom of the second. Woodruff facing Wright, trying to get out of this jam and end the inning. Woodruff working. First pitch to Kyle Wright. Grounded toward third. Bryant has it. He throws across the diamond, and the inning is over. So the Braves strand 2. We're going to the top of the third of a 0-0 ball game. Danny Santana, the switch hitter, standing in from the left side to lead off against the righty Kyle Wright here in the top of the third inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Santana. He drives it in the air to deep left field. That's going back. It's going to be a home run! Danny Santana with a leadoff home run in the top of the third inning. The Cubs take a 1-0 lead. 388 feet just barely cleared the wall. And a leaping Ender Inciarte out in left field. The Cubs have taken the early lead here in the top of the third inning of Game 2. Horner now the batter. Cubs up by 1. Wright facing Horner with a full count. And he misses high and away for ball 4, so Horner draws the walk. As he heads down to first, it brings up Trent Grisham. Runner on first, nobody out. What is Langiers like? Oh, he's a very good defensive catcher. I don't know how much we really want to test him, even with our above-average base runners. So Horner on first, Grisham at the plate. Nobody out, 1 run already in. 3-1 is the count. That is outside for ball 4. So Horner and Grisham both on base as Wright has issued back-to-back walks. And now Correa is the batter. With 2 men on, nobody out. And I can't hardly resist the temptation to pull off a double steal when the situation presents. Let's see what the first pitch is here. That is a fastball. It looks like that is strike 1 at 96. Let's see what the next pitch is. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2, a cutter. So Wright is quickly up to 0-2 on Correa. What is the next pitch here? He's going to waste one. There's a grounder towards second base, and it's kicked. And the play cannot be made. The Braves infield defense is a bit suspect here as Albies commits the error. The bases are now loaded with nobody out in the top of the third inning, and it brings up Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo, who got a huge base hit in yesterday's ball game, now comes up in a critical situation in the top of the third inning of this game. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Rizzo facing Wright with a 1-2 count, and he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a breaking ball down. Rizzo chased it for the first out of the inning. Bryant now the batter. He's 1 for 1 today. Facing Wright in the bottom of the third with 1 out. The base is still loaded. 2 strikes is the count, and Bryant drives it in the air. Deep center field. That's going back. It's gone! A grand slam home run! Chris Bryant gets an 0-2 fastball, and he drives it a mile out into straightaway center field. A grand slam home run, 5-0 Cub lead here in the top of the third inning. 422 feet to straightaway center field. The Cubs have broken this game open in the top of the third inning, and now The Braves are going to bring in a reliever, Shawn Newcomb, to face Bryce Harper. Newcomb comes into the game having thrown only 1 inning this year, striking out 2 and allowing a run to score. Newcomb faces Harper with 1 out, nobody on, 5 runs already in. Here's a 2-2 count, and the pitch to Bryce Harper. Here it comes. Driven in the air toward the short left field. The shortstop goes out. He makes the play for out number 2. Posey now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Buster Posey standing in. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward third. Camargo has it. He throws across the diamond, and the inning is over. So the Cubs score 5 times. The big hit coming off the bat of Chris Bryant. We go to the bottom of the third of a 5-0 Cub lead. And now, Ender Inciarte comes up to lead off for the Braves against Brandon Woodruff in the bottom of the third. 2-1 is the count. Woodruff with the delivery. Grounded toward short. Throw over to first. That is out number 1. Woodruff showing off that goofy delivery that he uses when there's nobody on base. Fletcher, the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Woodruff with the pitch. And there's a liner down the left field line. That is going to be extra bases. Rounding first, heading for second with a 1-out double. The Braves have a runner on base here in the bottom of the third inning. Next up is Ozzie Albies with 1 out and Fletcher on second. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to chase a high changeup for out number 2. And Albies was way out in front of that one. So now Acuna's the batter with 2 outs and the runner still on second. Woodruff working, 3-ball count. He misses outside, that is ball 4. So Woodruff issues his first walk of this game. The Braves now have first and second with 2 outs, and Freddy Freeman coming to the plate. Woodruff facing Freeman in the bottom of the third inning. Full count, payoff pitch. Here it comes. Outside for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for the Braves, and that will bring up the catcher Langiers with 2 outs and a runner on every base. Woodruff facing Langiers in the bottom of the third inning. 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Grounded toward third. Bryant charges. He has it. He throws across the diamond, and they get Langiers by a step to end the inning. So Woodruff works his way into and out of a bases-loaded jam. We go to the top of the fourth of a 5-0 Cub lead. Woodruff now leading off. Man, it is really tempting to pinch hit for him right here, but we're going to resist the urge and let Woodruff bat for himself. Here comes the first pitch to Woodruff. And he drives it in the air, deep to right field. Woodruff says, I got this. He makes it a 6-0 game with a solo home run in the top of the 4th inning. Brandon Woodruff saying, don't pinch hit for me. I got this. 404 feet out into right center field. And the Cubs now have a 6-0 lead as the Boo Birds come out in Atlanta this afternoon. Santana now the batter. With Newcomb still on the mound, Santana has a home run already in today's game. He's facing Newcomb. Here comes the first pitch. Santana grounds it toward third. Past the third baseman down the left field line, actually. Santana is going to come into second with a stand-up double in the top of the 4th inning as the Cubs continue to keep it going here with a 6-0 lead. Nico Horner now the batter. Runner on second, nobody out. Horner facing Newcomb. Here's the pitch, a grounder back up the middle. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and Horner beats it out for an infield single. I don't know if it got stuck in his glove or what happened, but Santana advances to third on that play. The Cubs now have runners on the corners with nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. So the Cubs' Trent Grisham now comes up to the plate with runners on first and third, nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Cubs up by 6, looking for more. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Grisham. He swings and misses for strike 3, so that's the first out of the inning. Fastball at 97, that was up and in, and Grisham could not catch up with it. Carlos Correa now the batter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Facing Newcomb, 1 out, runners on the corners. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Correa slaps it into right field. That's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Runners rounding second and stopping. Correa with an RBI single. And the Cubs now have a 7-0 lead in the top of the 4th inning. Correa on first, Horner at second, Rizzo now the batter, 1 out, 2 men on. Newcomb facing Rizzo with a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Checked his swing, he's credited with ball 4, so the bases are loaded. And once again, Chris Bryant comes up to the plate. With 1 out and the bases loaded in the top of the 4th inning. Bryant facing Newcomb. He already is 2 for 2 with a home run, a grand slam home run with 4 RBIs. Bryant facing Newcomb. 2-0 count. Bryant standing in. Here's the pitch. He pops it up. Center field, deep, going back. It's not going to be deep enough. The warning track power as the catch is made. The runner is going to tag up and score. The Cubs now have an 8-0 lead in the top of the 4th inning. Bryant certainly gave that one a ride, but out to the deepest part of the ballpark. He is credited with the sacrifice fly, and now the Cubs have an 8-0 lead with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Bryce Harper steps up to the plate, and a new pitcher, Jeremy Walker, comes out to the mound. Walker appeared in 30 1/3 innings for the Braves this season. 5 walks, 28 strikeouts, and a 4.45 ERA. Walker faces Harper with a 1-1 count. 2 outs in the inning. Harper pops it up to left, deep, but it looks like it's going to stay in the park. The left fielder backs up and makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Cubs score 3 more times, taking an 8-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th inning. Woodruff on the mound, facing the 7, 8, 9 batters in the Braves lineup in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 is the count. Woodruff with the pitch. Checked his swing. That's strike 3. Woodruff with the strikeout. His second of the game, as the first out of the 4th is recorded. Almora now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch to Albert Almora. He grounds it up the middle. Shortstop Correa has it. The throw across the diamond, and that is out number 2. Austin Riley now going to pinch hit for the pitcher spot. He hit .267 on the year with 12 home runs. Woodruff facing Riley in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Woodruff with the delivery. Lined into right field, coming in fast as Harper. He makes a diving catch, and he holds up the ball. He caught it. That is the end of the inning. So the Cubs, on an amazing defensive effort, get out of the inning. We go to the top of the 5th with the Cubs up 8-0. Posey, the batter, he's facing a new Braves pitcher. Chad Sabatka comes into the game. Sabatka threw 25 1/3 innings on the season, 14 walks, 29 strikeouts, and a 5.68 ERA. Sabatka will face Posey, Woodruff, and Santana here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 count. Sabatka looking for the sign. Here is the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 1. Woodruff now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Woodruff. He had a home run his last time up. Here comes the pitch. Woodruff grounds it sharply towards short. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 2. Santana now the batter. He's 2 for 2 with a home run today. Facing Sabatka in the top of the 5th. Santana waiting for the pitch. Here it comes. Grounded toward third. Camargo has it. He throws across the diamond, and the inning is over. So the Cubs are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th of an 8-0 ball game. Inciarte is going to face Woodruff in the bottom of the 5th. Full count. Woodruff looking for the sign. Here is the delivery. A grounder toward first. Rizzo scoops it up as he's straddling the line. He steps on first, and that is out number 1. Fletcher now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch to David Fletcher, and he grounds it up the middle. Shortstop dives. Correa has it. He throws over to first. That is out number 2. So now Ozzie Albies comes up. 2 outs and nobody on. Woodruff facing Albies. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded toward third. Bryant adjusts. He has it. He throws hard over to first, and that'll get him by a step to end the inning. So the Braves retired in order on 3 ground balls. We go to the top of the 6th. 8-0 in favor of the Cubs. Nico Horner stepping up to the plate against Sabatka here in the top of the 6th inning. Horner waiting for the 3-0 pitch. That is outside for ball 4. So Sabatka issues the walk, and Horner is on first as Trent Grisham comes up to the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. 1-2 is the count, and the ball gets away. That's going to be a wild pitch. Horner heads down to second, and now the Cubs have a runner in scoring position. Grisham now facing Sabatka with a 2-2 count. Here's the delivery. Grounded towards second. The throw goes over to first for out number 2. Excuse me, out number 1. That's the first out of the inning. Correa now batting with 1 out and a runner on third. Horner advancing over to third on that ground ball. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch, and that is inside for ball 4. So the Cubs draw another walk. They've shown a lot of patience here today. Rizzo now the batter. He's 0 for 2 today. Facing Sabatka with 1 out, runners on the corners. 1 ball is the count. Here is the pitch to Rizzo, and he grounds it past the second baseman into right field. He beats the shift. The runner's going to score. The Cubs now have a 9-0 lead in the top of the 6th inning. Rizzo getting the RBI. That's his 3rd of the postseason, and now Bryant is the batter. He's 2 for 2 with 5 RBIs and a home run on the day. 1 out, 2 men on, and Luke Jackson comes out of the Braves bullpen now. We might just see the entire Braves staff here in this game. Luke Jackson has thrown 43 1/3 innings, walked 19, struck out 60 with a 2.70 ERA. Jackson facing Bryant with 1 out, 2 men on, 2-2 count. Here is the pitch to Chris Bryant. Jackson with the delivery. Bryant grounds it up the middle. Shortstop has it. The throw is short. The relay to first, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. So Bryant grounds into the double play, which ends the inning. The Cubs score again, taking a 9-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning. Woodruff now facing Acuna in the bottom of the 6th. Woodruff working with a 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch to Acuna, and it's low for ball 4, so the walk is issued to the Braves leadoff hitter. And now Freddy Freeman comes up to the plate. With a runner on first, nobody out. Woodruff working to Freeman. That is low. The runner he steals second without a throw. So that is going to put the runner in scoring position. Freeman facing Woodruff now in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball count. There's a drive down the right field line. I think that's going to have enough distance. It clears the wall. Freddie Freeman with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Cubs now have a 9-2 lead. 372 feet down the right field line. Freddie Freeman with his first home run of the postseason, and the Cubs lead is now 7. Shea Langeliers comes up to the plate with 2 runs already in the bottom of the 6th inning. Woodruff working with a full count. Here is the pitch to Langeliers. And it's a pop-up to center. Grisham adjusting toward left center. He gets over and makes the catch for out number 1. Camargo now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Camargo. Lined into right field. There's another base hit. Harper plays it on the hop. That is going to be a 1-out single. So the Braves with a runner on first, and Albert Almora is the next batter. Woodruff facing Almora with a 2-strike count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. He chased the changeup outside for the 2nd out of the inning. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Brandon Woodruff. And now, another pinch hitter, Trey Harris, coming up to the plate. He only got 24 at-bats the whole season for the Braves this year. Woodruff facing Harris with 2 outs and the runner on first. Woodruff working. Here comes the first pitch to Harris. It's a ground ball towards second. Horner has it, and he bobbles it. He misplays it, and everybody's going to be safe. So Horner, committing the error, puts runners on first and second with 2 outs, and now Ender Inciarte comes up to the plate for the Braves. Woodruff, at 99 pitches, I'd like to think he's going to get out of this inning, but I'm starting to wonder exactly how that's going to look. So we're going to go ahead. If we need to get out of this inning, who would we bring in? Probably either Fernandez or Jimenez, I suppose. We'll warm up Fernandez. In the event that Woodruff cannot escape this inning, we're going to visit the mound and say, hey, dude, you got to shake this off. I know the error sucks, but you got to get this guy out and get out of the inning. Woodruff now facing Inciarte with 2 outs and 2 men on. 3-1 count. That is low for ball 4, so the walk is issued, and now the bases are loaded. The Braves trying to rally here in the bottom of the 6th inning, down by 7. David Fletcher comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Woodruff working with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Cubs up by 7. Here comes the pitch to Fletcher. First pitch. Lined up the middle, that's a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Grisham throws it in. The second run is going to score. He's going to beat the throw easily, and now this is a 9-4 ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Woodruff struggling to get out of this inning. Albies is the next batter. He's coming up. He's 1 for 3, and Woodruff's day is going to be over. We're going to bring in Junior Fernandez to try to get out of this inning. So Woodruff leaves with runners on 1st and 2nd and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fernandez facing Albies in what is now a 5-run ball game. Fernandez worked a perfect inning of relief yesterday. He's now going to face Albies and try to get out of this inning. With 2 outs and 2 men on, 1-1 is the count. Junior Fernandez looking for the sign, and here is the pitch. And it's a grounder back towards second. Corner has it. There's no throw. It's going to be an infield single, and the bases are loaded again. So now Acuna is the batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Fernandez facing Acuna in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fernandez working. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 4. The run is walked in. It's now a 9-5 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. And Freddy Freeman is the next batter for the Braves. There's nowhere to put him. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Fernandez facing Freeman. And we're going to have to, it's the 6th inning, we're going to warm up Presley in the event that Fernandez explodes all over the mound. We're going to visit the mound. It says I feel great. So Fernandez is 8 pitches in. He's got 2 outs and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. The Cubs are up by 4. Fernandez facing Freeman. 3-1 count. Here's the delivery. Outside for ball 4. Another run is walked in. Junior Fernandez has just made this a 9-6 ball game. He has walked in 2 runs. Langeliers is now the batter with 2 outs and the bases still loaded, and Ryan Presley is ready to come into this game. So he's going to be brought in. Presley is going to face Langeliers with 2 outs and the bases still loaded in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Braves rallying, 6 runs already in this inning. Looking for more. The Presley on the mound with a 2-2 count. He is looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Presley gets out of the inning. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 9-6 Cub lead. Bryce Harper is going to face the new Braves reliever Will Smith here in the top of the 7th inning. Smith threw 55 1/3 innings this season, walked 14, struck out 71 with a 2.93 ERA. So we are going to warm up Liam Hendricks, who is going to pitch in the bottom of the 7th inning. Harper faces Smith to lead off the top of the 7th. 2-2 count. Bryce Harper standing in. Lefty versus lefty. Here comes the pitch. Harper swings and misses. That is strike 3. So the first out of the inning is reported on a slider, and now Buster Posey's the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. Smith facing Posey with a 1-1 count. Here's the delivery. Popped up to right. Chasing is the right fielder. Toward right center. He tracks. He makes the catch for out number 2. And now the pitcher, Presley, comes up, and we're going to get a pinch hitter out here. The pinch hitter is going to be righty, let's see here. Righty Tyler Nevin is going to be called off the bench. 2 pinch hit in the top of the 7th inning of a 3-run ball game. Nevin facing Smith with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 7th. Liam Hendricks still warming up in the bullpen. Smith working with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch to Nevin. And it's a swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Cubs, excuse me, do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 9-6 in favor of Chicago. And now we're going to see Liam Hendricks come into this ball game. And we are going to warm up Tariq Skubal. Oh, well, I mean, the only position left is pitcher. I don't know why you would think he'd go anywhere else. Liam Hendricks is on the mound. He's facing Camargo in the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to visit the mound. He says I'm feeling good. So if we get to Inciarte, we're probably bringing in Scuball in this half inning. Hendricks facing Camargo, bottom of the 7th, 1-1 count. Hendricks looking for the sign, and here comes the delivery. Grounder toward first. Rizzo has it. He takes it to the bag. That is 3 unassisted for out number 1. Almora now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Hendricks facing Almora with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded up the middle. Shortstop has this one. He bobbles it, and the runner's going to be safe. The Cubs infield defense, although it's only been charged with 1 error, has made a couple of critical mistakes. And now there's 1 out and a runner on first. And Schwenke is the next batter. No, Schwamaki is the next batter. Excuse me. He comes up, he's 0 for 1 in the playoffs. And Hendricks now, well, now we're going to bring in Scuball. We're going to bring in Scuball to face the next 2 lefties. So Scuball comes in to relieve Hendricks. The lefty Scuball coming out of the bullpen has thrown 113 innings this year, 35 walks, 145 strikeouts, and a 3.42 ERA. Scuball faces Schwamaki with 1 out and a runner on first and a 3-run ball game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Scuball looking for the sign. He toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. A grounder past the first baseman down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit. The runners are going to be on second and third. And now the Braves are sending the tying run up to the plate as Ender Inciarte comes up against Scuball with 1 out, runners on second and third in the bottom of the 7th inning. So that was the first pitch from Tariq Scuball. Scuball now facing Inciarte. With 2 men on, 1 out, Cubs up by 3. Here comes the full count delivery. It's inside for ball 4, so the walk is issued. The bases are now loaded, and suddenly we're going to be getting up Edwin Diaz. So we're going to visit the mound. He says, I feel as good as ever. Scuball now facing Fletcher with 1 out and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Scuball issued the walk. The first 2 runners, well, no, the first runner on third is actually Hendricks' responsibility. Schwamaki and Inciarte were both put on base by Scuball. With 1 out and the bases loaded, Scuball faces Fletcher. Here's a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. He checked his swing. That is ball 4. Another run has been walked in. So now it's a 9-7 ball game. And Ozzie Albies comes up to the plate. Scuball working with 1 out and the bases still loaded in the bottom of the 7th. Scuball working to Albies. That's another walk issued. 2 in this game for Scuball. Here comes the first pitch to Albies, and he grounds it up the middle. The infield was drawn in. The throw comes home. The run, and then the relay to first. That is a 6-2-3 double play. So the Cubs escaped the jam with a ground ball double play with the infield drawn in. They preserved the 2-run lead going into the top of the 8th inning. And now, Tucker Davidson comes into the game for the Braves. He has thrown 40 in the 2/3 innings, walked 24, struck out 44 with a .99 ERA. Davidson faces Santana, Horner, and Grisham here in the top of the 8th inning. Cubs are up by 2, looking for some insurance runs. Here comes the 2-strike pitch to Danny Santana. And that is swinging for strike 3. He chased a curveball down and in for the first out in the inning. Nico Horner now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Davidson facing Horner with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Driven in the air, right center field. Going back, the center fielder has it. That is out number 2. So Davidson now faces Grisham with 2 outs and nobody on. Who are we going to have pitch in the 8th inning? Are we going to have Diaz throw 2 innings? Do I dare bring in Jimenez and have him throw an inning with a 2-run lead? I think Scuball, I'm going to have Diaz warmed up. Scuball is probably going to face the first 2 batters in the next half inning. And then Diaz will probably be brought in after that. So Davidson faces Grisham with 2 outs and nobody on. Here comes the pitch to Grisham. 2-2 count. Davidson with the delivery. Strike 3 called at the knees, and the inning is over. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 9-7 ball game. Scuball back out on the mound. He's facing Acuna, Freeman, and Langeliers here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Scuball's only thrown 13 pitches. I feel like we got to try to squeeze a little more out of him here. Here comes the pitch to Acuna. 1-2 count. Scuball with the delivery. Here it comes. Driven in the air, deep for center field. That is going to be a home run. This is a 1-run ball game, folks. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Scuball gives up a 462-foot moonshot out to straightaway center field. Acuna got all of that one. That was a fastball at 101 miles an hour. I don't know how he even got around on there. So Scuball now faces Freeman with 1 run already in, nobody out. And I guess it's time for Edwin Diaz because I can't leave Scuball out there any longer. Diaz is going to come in and actually, how are we going to, oh, I know exactly how we're going to do this. Diaz is going to come in. He is going to replace in center field Trent Grisham. And then for the moment, we are going to shift Santana over to center and bring in Mallex Smith to play left. Because if we need to get to a hitter, Mallex Smith can take that at bat if we send 6 batters up in the next half inning. And then Chester can still be the defensive replacement in the 9th. So Diaz on the mound, trying to nail down the save. It's a 1-run ball game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Diaz with 34 saves on the season, 67 innings thrown, 23 walks, 113 strikeouts, and a 1.88 ERA. Diaz working to Freddy Freeman. Here comes the first pitch from Edwin Diaz. He is looking for the sign, and here is the delivery. And he hits him in the knee. So the tying run is on base. He just hit him with a fastball at 98. I'm surprised he didn't break his kneecap there. Shea Langeliers is the batter now with nobody out and the tying run on first. Diaz working to Langeliers with a 1-1 count. The ball gets away. It's a wild pitch. The runner advances to second, Freeman. And now the tying run's in scoring position. Langeliers is still the batter. He's facing Diaz with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Diaz gets the punch out for the first out of the inning. Camargo now the batter. With 1 out and the runner still on second, it's really, really tempting to walk Camargo here and pitch to Alan Moore. I don't know if that's the right decision to make. But with 1 out and the tying run in scoring position, we're just going to pitch to Camargo. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called, a belt-high slider, and that is out number 2. So Camargo heads back to the dugout. And now Almora is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Diaz facing Almora with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Diaz strikes him out to end the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th. The Cubs up by 1. Correa now the batter facing Davidson in the top of the 9th inning. The Cubs are up 9-8. Clinging to a 1-run lead. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Correa, and he pops it up deep to right field. That's carrying. It's back at the warning track, but the catch is made. That is out number 1. So now Rizzo is the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Davidson facing Rizzo in the top of the 9th inning. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward first. His counterpart picks it up and steps on first for out number 2. Chris Bryant now the batter, 2 for 3 with a home run, 5 RBIs with 2 outs and nobody on. Bryant facing Davidson in the top of the 9th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Chris Bryant, and he swings and misses, and the inning is over. So we're going to the bottom of the 9th. It is a 1-run ball game in favor of the Cubs. So Edwin Diaz coming out to pitch inning of work number 2. The Cubs. So we're gonna warm up Jimenez, because Diaz can only throw so many pitches. I hope it can get us out of this inning. Carl Chester is going to be brought out as a defensive replacement for Danny Santana in center field. And now, we might literally have the fastest outfield in all of baseball with Chester, Malik Smith, and Bryce Harper in the outfield. Diaz facing Travis Darnaud, who is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot in the bottom of the 9th inning, leading off for the Braves. Diaz working against Darnaud, who has 6 home runs and a .247 batting average with 40 RBIs on the season. Diaz working with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And Darnaud lines it into right field, coming in fast as Harper. He plays it on the hop, and that is a leadoff single for the Braves here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Inciarte now the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. Diaz working, 2-ball count. And the bunt is laid down. Charging is Bryant. He has it. He throws over to first, and that is out number 2. So the tying run is on second base now in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fletcher is the batter. Diaz working to Fletcher with 1 out and the runner on second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Edwin Diaz. A swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. So now the Braves are down to their final out with Ozzie Albies coming to the plate. Acuna due up next. 2 outs. Runner on second, bottom of the 9th inning. Diaz trying to close this game down. Here is the pitch to Ozzie Albies. 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery. It's a pop-up on the infield. Coming out from behind the plate is Buster Posey. He's called off by Rizzo, and the catch is made, and the game is over. So Diaz works 2 shutout innings to record the save, and the Cubs are up 2-0 in the division series. The Cubs getting 9 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. The Braves 8 runs on 12 hits with 1 error. The Cubs jumped out to an early 9-0 lead and then just barely held on to win. So Brandon Woodruff gets the win. He threw 5 2/3 innings of 7-hit, 6-run baseball, but only 2 of those runs were earned. He also issued 4 walks. The Cubs staff issued 8 walks in this ballgame. Woodruff also allowed a home run. He goes to 1-0 in the postseason. Presley, Hendricks, and Skubal each got holds, and Diaz gets his first save with 2 shutout innings of relief, striking out 4. Chris Bryant is the player of today's game. He hit his first home run of the postseason, going 2 for 4 and driving in 5 runs. So the Cubs are up 2-0 going into the day off. We're going back to Wrigley Field, but the Cubs having a chance to wrap up this series at home. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.